Hello and welcome to another training video for Enlite POS powered by Dark. Today's video is going to be a little bit different as we're going to be taking a look at some of the printouts that come from the invoice details section. In the last video, we were using the invoice manager to modify a few of the invoices that we had created. Today we're going to take a look at some of the documents that have printed out as a result of the changes that we made. So this video isn't going to happen inside the software. Instead, I'm going to switch over so that we can take a look at our printouts. Here are the documents that printed out as a result of our last set of changes. Of course, the best way to view them is actually printed on your piece of paper, but for the purposes of this video, this will have to do. The first document that we see is the customer receipt. This is the summary of their order. Now, we've talked about a few of these documents as we were working through the invoice detail section, so this is what they actually look like. The customer receipt contains all of the items in the order, and you'll note that it only has a number 832. Over here we have the different invoices that we had created using the invoice manager. As you can see, these are divided by service type and include a dash number at the end of the order to separate them internally. So we have 832-1 for dry cleaning, 832-2 for laundry, and then this one is a little bit special because we had mixed dry cleaning and tailoring on this invoice. So it only says invoice detail. There's more than one service type on it, so whenever you mix service types, you get invoice detail as a result. Let's walk through some of the items of each of these documents. Up here we have our company logo, the company's address, email, of course the title of the document, the due date that's been set for this order, the customer's phone number, their storage preferences, this is the customer's address, this is a customer note, if the customer has any, different items that we've added to the order, their prices, and then down here we have the subtotal, and you'll note that this says new tax and new e-tax. These are the taxes. We can rename these to whatever you need. So I've just added the new just to show you that we can rename these to however they read in your state. Some people use tax and eco tax, other people use county and state tax. However you use them, we can rename them to fit your operation. A little bit further down, we have the net due. If the customer has made any payments, they would show up here, and then the balance owed on the order would appear here. Here we have a route note, the employee who created the order and printed it out, the schedule of our store, a small disclaimer, and then the printed date information. A lot of these can be customized, and we'll get into that a little bit further along in the video. Let's take a look at the structure of an invoice really fast. Here in the invoice to save paper, we don't print the store logo. We just show the store name here at the top. Very similar information to what we had seen in the customer receipt. Over here we have our dry cleaning invoice. This is a service type. Here we have a little truck that shows that this invoice is for delivery. Our barcode, our invoice number, this is the due date of this invoice. And then we have information very similar to what you had seen before. This is the phone number, storage preferences, address. Also on the invoice we include the route that the customer's on and their stop number. Down here you can also see the route note is included as well. The rest of this looks pretty much the same as what we had discussed before, except for this is only showing the items that belong to this service type. The rest of the invoices are structured in a very similar manner. There are several customizations that we can make to this invoice. There are many fields that we can show or hide. There are fields, as I mentioned, like the taxes that we can rename. And then, of course, the regular fields that you would expect, like your store name and everything that can be customized to your store information. Rather than going through all of these customizations one by one, I'm going to show you a document that we have and we make available to you. The Enlite Receipt Templates document explains all the different customizations that we can do to each kind of printout that Enlite provides. This document is usually made available to you during your store setup. If you're going through store setup and you haven't seen this document, please reach out to your support team. They'll be happy to send it to you. In the document, we can see the different printouts that Enlite provides. Here's the customer receipt, very similar to what we were looking at before. A quick ticket we had seen on a previous video lesson. Here's our invoice, the name tag, the billing receipt, and the garment tags. All of these have different customizations that can be applied to each. As you go through the document, we specify which one we're talking about. So this is our customer receipt. And then the different things that you can do to it. So here in the store name, we can show hide, address, show hide, store hours, etc. This is a very useful document to help you configure these printouts so that they work best for your store. As I mentioned before, if you don't have this document or have not seen this document, just please reach out to your support team. They'll be happy to provide it for you so that you can let us know what changes we need to make so that these printouts better suit your operation. I'm not going to bore you by going through each one of these. Just know that this document is available. It is a live document, so it does get updated often as we make changes and add features and just customizations that can be applied to these printouts. So please reach out to your support team and they'll be happy to help you. So that's everything that we'll be covering in this video. One of the most important things that I want you to remember from the video is the way that the invoices are split out. We had talked about it several times while we were going through the invoice detailing videos. If you haven't seen those, please go back and take a look. We cover a lot of material there that's going to help you understand what you're seeing on this video. We also took a look at the different customizations that you can apply to each. I didn't spend a lot of time going through each one. You don't have to memorize them. Remember that you can reach out to your support team and they'll send you the document that explains everything that can be customized on each of the printouts that Enlite provides. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new. From everyone here at Dark, thank you so much for your time and your attention, and especially thank you for your business. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.